Hello everyone, my name is Quad and welcome to a video that is a part of a multi-part series going over all the companions in Warframe. Today we will look at Kavats, the cats of Warframe. Altogether there is 3 breeds of Kavat, Smeeta, Adarza and Vasca. Getting the first 2 varieties, the Smeeta and Adarza, is quite easy, but Vasca quite hard. We will cover how to get every single one of the Kavat breeds in a few minutes, but let's first get over everything we need to make us a space kitty. There is quite a couple of things you need. The first thing is the Kavat incubator upgrade segment. You can get the blueprint of it in your dojo, or you can get it by killing the Hieka masters, the weird grandma Grenier with bald cats. The drop chances are not that high and you will need a bunch of alloy plates to craft the segment, therefore I suggest you do endless missions such as survivals and try getting everything at once. So killing Grenier and farming alloy plates. You can easily do that on missions around Saturn and on Sedna. Besides the Kavat incubator core, you will also need Kavat Genetic codes. The only way to get these is by scanning the feral Kavats roaming about the Orokin ruins of Deimos. I have made an in-depth video about Kavat Genetic code farming already, so be sure to watch it if you need any. But let's continue for now. When you have both the things we listed, so the Kavat incubator core and enough genetic codes, you can finally get to your incubator and try to make your first Kavat. Go to the incubator and select the Kavat breeding on top. You will need 10 Kavat genetic codes and 1 incubator power core. If you have everything, you can then begin the incubation process. The first time you come around to making a Kavat, you will need to select the random incubation option, since you need an animal to get the imprints. By choosing the random incubation, you will have a 50-50 chance to get either the Adarza Kavat or the Smeeta Kavat. If you somehow do have the imprints, you can use them here for a higher chance of a specific Kavat variety. For example, let's say you want to get a Smeeta Kavat. If you wouldn't add any imprints to the process, you would have a 50-50 chance to get the Smeeta Kavat or the Adarza Kavat, but if you had 2 imprints of Smeeta Kavat, for example, you will have a 100% chance to get the Smeeta Kavat. You can get the blueprints for the genetic code template, which is used to make the imprints on the market, and it is really not that expensive. For this time, I will choose a random incubation. You will have to wait for 48 hours to get your first Kavat up and running, 24 hours if you have the Nutrio incubator upgrade segment, but this segment is not required at all. When the incubation is done, you have a beautiful small cat. You can now name your Kavat as you wish and keep him as a pet that will follow you around in the orbiter. If you want him to accompany you on your missions, on the other hand, you can mature him and have a great companion. As I said, you can get the Adarza or the Smeeta Kavat this way, which we'll quickly look at right now. The only difference between the 2 varieties is the amount of health, the amount of shields, and the mods you can put on them. Other than that, there is nothing else. Smeeta Kavat comes with this mod disposition and with 2 mods. The first one is Mischief, which will make your Kavat invisible for 9 seconds every 7 seconds. When he gets invisible, he will summon a decoy, which will attract fire from your Kavat and from you, so it is a very good kitty. The decoy will get destroyed quite soon, so it is not the best, but it may save you from very bad situations sometimes. It is quite a nice mod to have. The second mod that is Smeeta Kavat specific is Charm, which is absolutely the best mod ever. This mod will allow your Kavat to bless you in quotation marks. The blessing has a 28% chance to activate every 27 seconds. The blessings come in the form of instant reload, 90-second double resource and affinity boost, small energy refill, 100% crit chance increase, and more. It is just amazing. I always rock with my Smeeta Kavat in this mod on. It is so freaking good. The Adarza Kavat comes with the following mod dispositions and the following mods. Reflect, which makes your Kavat have a 40% chance to deflect any damage received. The damage dealt back is amplified by 60% and reflected to the attacker. The second mod is Cat's Eye, which can be the most broken mod ever if you use it in some crit builds. It increases the critical chance of everyone that is 25 meters away from it every 20 seconds. The effect lasts for 10 seconds, so there is a 10-second grace period, let's say. It is awesome to use. really freaking fun and powerful. But yeah, that is it about these two Kavat breeds. Now let's go over the Vasca Kavat. The Vasca Kavats are a little bit more grindy to get than the other two feline counterparts. To get a Vasca Kavat, you will first need two Vasca Kavat imprints, which you can get the easy way by trading with your friends, or you can get them the hard way. For the hard way, you will first need a Kavat of any kind. You will need to get it to the plains of Eidolon at night and search for the Vasca Kavats there. Your Kavat and the wild Kavat need to get into a fight and need to fight until your Kavat starts glowing red. This means your Kavat is infected with the Vasca virus, which in reality does not do anything, but it is what we need to get the Vasca Kavat you want. To get the Vasca Kavat, you will need two Vasca Kavat imprints. To get them, you need to bring your Vasca virus infected Kavat back to your orbiter. Go to the incubator and choose the genetic tools option at the top. This will allow you to make the imprints. I suggest making one and then going back to the plains to get reinfected, since making the imprint will remove the Vasca Kavat infection from your Kavat. Once you have two imprints, you then need to go under the Kavat incubation segment once again, begin incubation, and add the two Vasca Kavat imprints you have. This will give you a 100% chance to get the Vasca Kavat. The process is a bit too much if you ask me, but it is quite fun to experiment with this. Maybe not the first time you're making a Vasca Kavat, but maybe the second time. The Vasca Kavats start with the following mod disposition and these two mods. Transfusion, which is basically an infinite revival mod, which will sacrifice 20% of the Kavat's health for your revival. I see this mod as completely useless since Giga Chads and Giga Chadettes like you never die. Is Giga Chadettes even a word? But yeah, let's go to the other mod, which is called Draining Bite, which will enable a special attack your Kavat can do that will deal 400 damage and regen 10% of his health. It is quite nice, but it can easily be switched out with some other health regening mod, if you ask me. Yeah, this is basically a vampire cat. We have gone over all the Kavat breeds, but let me tell you about my Kavat. I usually rock around with my Smeeta Kavat called Nace. Nace is my cat, and I am going to feature him in this video since he's a very good boy. Just look at him. He is so cute. This is the build I have on him. It is a 7 Forma build, which is quite expensive, but quite good as well. I can easily take him on a Steel Path mission, and he is absolutely fine. That is the Smeeta Kavat I have, and the Quad Kavat I have right here. He's kitted out with some cloth armor, and he comes with a rechargeable feature, which means he will only be active a couple hours a day, and the other hours are just no-go. He cannot do anything, so he can recharge his batteries. The mods I have equipped on him are the Get Away From Me stare, which repels enemies and allies away from him, otherwise he will do massive damage, which may apply a bleeding effect. And the other mod he comes with is called the Soul Stare, which makes him immobile, but he does a massive amount of emotional damage. But yeah, that is it. Yeah, he's a good boy. I still want to hear which variety of Kavats is your favorite. Type it down in the comments below. Also say why you love this species, just one specific thing you profit off, or just fun. If you have any other ideas for different Kavat breeds in Warframe, or my Quad Kavat, also type it down in the comments. With this, I thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, or maybe even subscribe, and also have a very nice day. Bye guys!